thoughts that we can help these kids. It definitely takes a community and a group of people and a multidisciplinary group of people to be able to serve the children and families that we see. Children's Medical and Mental Health Resource Network provides specialized medical evaluations of children who've been sexually abused, physically abused, and neglected. We serve as the medical component of the multidisciplinary team, and then we're also doing training and education for therapists to learn how to treat these children as far as clinically. So psychologically, when you're abused for a long period of time or neglected, especially by the very hands of a caregiver that's supposed to take care of you, psychologically, it's very, very difficult to treat those children. But we have evidence-based practices and research interventions that we can use to really help these kids. And what we're finding out is it is working. It is working very well. We've been able to do some research and find out that for most kids that come in, they have symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, if not full-blown post-traumatic stress disorder because of their abuse. And by the time they're done with treatment, their symptoms are reduced or they're not there anymore. So we know what we're doing is working, and we're looking at that. So we're very happy and pleased that those interventions are now a part of our community. And Union County Counseling has several clinicians that are trained in those evidence-based practices, so we're happy to have that. What we know statistically about our county is we are 4th in the state for indicated reports. Okay, think about that. The entire state of Illinois, we're number 4, and that's taking into consideration our population, and it's kind of per 1,000 is what they say. So that can be twofold. It could be that our investigators are doing a really great job, and they're seeing that these children are abused and making sure that they're either removed from the home or that services are in there, or it can mean that we have a lot more abuse. Either way, we really need to, as a community, get together and figure out what we can do. And it takes everybody. It takes a multidisciplinary team approach. So thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. We did bring some candy canes that the youth group at Salem and Mount Moriah put together. They have really neat sayings on them. Please take a bunch for your offices. There's also some vinyl stickers that you can put on your windows or on your car windows or wherever you want in your business. And then the Future Farmers of America, they sponsored the blue kids that you see in the yard, and the shop class, Mr. Emmons at HA, his students in the yard. So we're very happy to be able to partner with them in that way. And Shauna Ryan and her husband are graciously going to be delivering them out in the community today. So if you have a business or a location that you would want some, just let her know and she can drop them off. So thank you again for being here.
This is Dawn Morin. She is the prevention specialist at Two Rivers Child Advocacy Center.
Good morning. As she said, I work at Two Rivers. I am a prevention specialist. I like to say that Two Rivers is basically the home base for the multidisciplinary team. It's where all the team members come together to serve the children who have been reportedly abused or have said they've been abused, and they come to us for a multidisciplinary team approach, which is where all the team members come together, we sit in a room, and we watch the child being interviewed. And usually the kids come to us through law enforcement and through DCFS when a case is reported. And we have a specially trained interviewer to interview the child. That way there's not, they can interview the child in a way that the child can understand. They do it at developmental levels. And the focus is to make it to where there's less trauma inflicted on them when they have to disclose. Because if there weren't a multidisciplinary team coming together, they would have to go to different offices over and over and over again and disclose that same abuse and relive it multiple times. So the point is to really limit the amount of trauma that they face when they have to disclose. And we see tons of kids, and the kids that we see are from the southern 7 areas in southern Illinois. So that's Alexander County, that's Hardin County, Johnson, Massac, Polk, Pulaski, and here in Union County as well. Just to give you an idea of how many kids we see, just in the past 3 months alone, we've seen 35 plus kids. That's a lot. That's just 3 months out of this year. And so it is very prevalent even in our small area. And we know that to prevent child abuse, we do have to come together Because if we're silent about it, that allows the abuse to continue. What we need to do is rally together and say, not in our county, not in Southern Illinois. We don't want that here. And that's, I think, the goal of this whole month, to prevent child abuse, to make it visible, to say we know it's here and we're not going to accept that. So Two Rivers is, proud to be a part of this. We're proud to have all of our team members. You all do so much, and we really appreciate you all being here.
Thank you, ladies. We're going to take time now to read the proclamation.
Well, before I read the proclamation, I just want to thank everyone for being here, and I want to thank all the members of the multidisciplinary team. Child Abuse Prevention Month is it's incredibly important that we're aware as a community of child abuse. This is something that happens all around us. It can happen in our family. It can happen with our neighbors, and it's something that, frankly, a lot of people are not aware of. And it's so important that we continue to advocate and make people aware of that. And I really want to thank all of the people here today and publicly thank them for all the work that they do. There are so many things that go on that many in the public don't know about with law enforcement, with social service agencies, and DCFS doing an incredibly difficult job and working so hard to help these kids in these incredibly traumatic and difficult situations. So I want to thank them personally and on behalf of my office and of the entire community. And I'll read the proclamation, then I'll invite everyone to come sign that. Child Abuse Prevention Month. Whereas child abuse and neglect is a complex and ongoing problem in our society affecting many children in Union County, Illinois, and whereas every child is entitled to be loved, cared for, nurtured, feel secure, and be free from verbal, sexual, emotional, and physical abuse and neglect, and whereas it is the responsibility of every adult who comes in contact with a child to protect that child's inalienable right to a safe and nurturing childhood. And whereas Union County, Illinois has dedicated individuals and organizations who work daily to counter the problem of child maltreatment and to help parents obtain the assistance they need. And whereas our communities are stronger when all citizens become aware of child maltreatment prevention and become involved in supporting parents to raise their children in a safe and nurturing environment. And whereas effective child abuse prevention programs succeed because of partnerships among families, social service agencies, schools, religious and civic organizations, law enforcement agencies, and the business community. And whereas all citizens, community agencies, faith organizations, businesses will work to increase their efforts to support families. Now therefore be it resolved that these representatives of Union County, Illinois, representing their individual communities, hereby proclaim the month of April 2017 to be Child Abuse Prevention Month. Thank you all for being here, and I would invite everyone to sign this and really work this month to advocate and make people in our community aware of what's going on and what we can do to prevent it. Thank you.